My name is Dr. Chris Ho. I'm the project manager for the trial implementation in Vietnam. The overall vision for Vietnam is to enhance the vocational education and training system in order to service the economic growth that is happening in Vietnam, which hopefully would then leave them with an ability to create their own footprint on the global economy. The greatest impact from this implementation trial project in Vietnam is the upskilling of the teachers in Vietnam to be able to train in an internationally recognized qualification and then be able to integrate those skills into their local courses as well. We've trained over 300 teachers in Vietnam who have now got an Australian recognized Cert 4 TAE to be able to train and assess in our Australian qualifications. The benefits to the students in our trial implementation qualifications is that we teach them how to carry out problem solving. The training packages that we deliver in Vietnam have given them a set of skills in terms of research online, self-directed learning, where they are now looking for solutions to the problems that we place in front of them. So the teaching methodology has actually been different to what they're used to. Competency-based training is about training our students in the skills and knowledge required by the industry. The only way that we can actually deliver competency-based training is through a process called industry consultation and industry collaboration, where we talk to the industry, understand what their needs are for the skills that's required in their industry, and then bring those skills and knowledge back into the classroom where we deliver the training and workshops towards those skills and knowledge needed by the industry. From the teacher's perspective, the benefits that they have actually experienced are learning of a different pedagogical methodology in teaching and training their students. And that different pedagogy is about leading the students to find an answer to a problem, rather than just asking them a question and providing them with an answer to the question. What that actually means is this new pedagogical methodology has enabled the teachers to then be facilitators of learning rather than the fountain of knowledge that the students have always relied upon.
A mentor's role in Vietnam is about going to support the teachers and students and the colleges. So from the beginning, we went across to Vietnam. We supported the colleges, making sure that they had all the equipment and necessary resources to be able to support the program that they were going to implement for the 2 years. We then were able to support the teachers in learning resources and how to design them better for the students and how they would work within the Vietnamese culture. We then supported the students by assisting them in classes, maybe running a class with them so that they could see what we delivered and how we delivered in Australia. We do a lot more practical hands-on exercises, so it might mean that they're serving staff, serving customers, as I said, going out to industry, making those industry connections. Whereas a lot of Vietnamese students at the moment are bound by a classroom and they do a lot of theory, but they don't necessarily get the practical side and the skill level that we do from the Australian qualifications that we've been working with. I think with both the teachers and the students, they've both come a really long way. So 2 years ago, the teachers were a little bit nervous in delivering the program. And then also the students, they didn't have a very high level of English to begin with, even though they've done 6 months of English prior. So from when I first went, where they were very nervous and shy and a little bit out of their comfort zone, to where they've become to now, 2 years later, they're certainly very capable of doing presentations for clients. The teachers are very confident in what they're teaching. They've certainly come a long way and been able to work with industry and, as I said, build those networks throughout Vietnam.
Look, I think the key benefits for the students from the trial implementation were confidence and skill combination. It was clear that the whole confidence had built up, and not only that, there was quite an excitement about where this program could be taken. I was approached by 2 different schools to ask, could we have a graduate diploma? One said, could we start teaching a degree over there? So clearly the schools themselves are responding extremely positively to that, and that's because we're bringing skills into the country that they desperately need. Look, I think, in all seriousness, the most memorable moment of my trip was meeting up with the most recent industry visit, where we met with the HR person, and she said, "We want more students like yours." And I think that, to me, summed up that trial project beautifully, in the sense that she wanted the technical ability and she wanted English language, and the students had both, and she was thrilled. She wanted many more of them. My visit was quite exciting. I learned a heck of a lot. I met up with teachers that I had taught when they were here. I caught a bit of the excitement, and it was very, very pleasing to be involved in a project that was working as smoothly and creating as much excitement.
My name's David Hyde, and I'm a mentor involved in the Hanoi High Tech, or Hanoi Vocational College of High Technology, as a mentor for our Advanced Diploma of Graphic Design. Specifically for me, in Hanoi, helping to raise a profile with industry is to meet with industry representatives, and I have gone out of the college with my interpreter, and we've met graphic design studio representatives, CEOs, and I've asked the question, what do you want from our graduates? What's important for you to employ someone? We find out what they want, and then we bring that back to the college and we represent that to the students. It's an absolute priority for us that there is a win-win situation. We teach our students what industry needs to know, and industry then can take our students on as graduates, and then from day one they are performing as they should. Out of 18 students, 12 have full employment, and what's really good about that is that they were headhunted from the start. Industry has a good involvement with Hanoi Tech and the teachers, and the majority of our students were working on a part-time level or promised work before they actually graduated. So that's more than 60% of graduated students in employment, and that's a very, very good outcome for a course that has a creative origin.
So the beneficial outcomes for the students are really been it's brighter prospects than they otherwise would have had. You know, they've got prospects in a whole lot of different career areas, both locally in Vietnam, and also prospects for international work as well. You know, a good pathway for what lies ahead. Specifically, when you think about it this way, the Vietnam government is all about Industry 4.0. And so there's lots of stuff which is happening in that space, and what is key to success at Industry 4.0? Software skills. And so they're ideally positioned for where the country is going.